A cash-flowing asset is an asset that generates a stream of income. This income can come from a variety of sources, such as rent payments, dividends, or interest. Cash-flowing assets are important because they can provide a steady stream of income that can be used to pay for expenses, invest in other assets, or save for retirement. In this video, we are going to talk about the top 10 cash-flowing assets to reach your financial goals. Let's get started. Number 10. Timberland. Acquiring large swaths of land in forested areas with the purpose of cutting down trees and selling lumber is an activity known as timberland. This could be a very lucrative endeavor, but you should be aware that there is an element of risk involved. The possibility of a fire is the most significant threat. Wildfires have the potential to consume all of the timber on a property, leaving the owner with nothing to show for their financial investment. The cost of timber is an additional factor to take into consideration. The price of timber is highly unpredictable and can move significantly in response to shifts in market conditions. You may incur a loss on your investment if you are unable to sell your timber at a profit when it is necessary to do so. Despite the inherent dangers, investing in timberland can be an excellent way to make money, including passive income. If you can find a desirable location and effectively manage the property, you should be able to generate a respectable return on your investment. Number 9. Rental properties. A great way to make money and even passive income is to rent out your home. To be successful with rental properties, you need to find a good location and carefully check out potential tenants. If your rental property is in a good area, you can charge more rent and have fewer empty units. A good location is important because it will help make sure that people are always interested in buying or renting your property. It's also important to carefully check out potential tenants. You want to rent to people who will take care of your property and are responsible. Screening tenants can take a lot of time, but it's worth it if it means you'll have less trouble in the future. Renting out your home can be a great way to make money, but there are some risks involved. The most common risks are having no tenants and having tenants cause damage. You can reduce these risks and get a good return on your investment if you can find a good location and carefully screen tenants. Number 8. Dividend-paying stocks. Stocks that pay dividends are another great way to make money almost entirely on autopilot. When you buy dividend-paying stocks, you are betting on the ability of the company to pay dividends. If the business is doing well, it will probably keep giving out dividends. But if the company isn't doing well, it might cut or even get rid of the dividend. But this risk is less likely if you invest in a company that has been around for a long time and has a good track record of paying dividends. Number 7. Farmland. Land used for farming is another asset that has the potential to bring in money. Farmland is a special asset because the products it generates, such as food and crops, are less susceptible to fluctuations in price due to growth than other commodities, such as oil and gas. And the land itself is a type of asset known as inverse money, which means that you shouldn't necessarily anticipate real appreciation throughout a long period, but should anticipate the value keeping pace with inflation overall. Furthermore, as the global population continues to expand in the majority of countries, there will be an ever-increasing demand for food, which may increase the price of farmland. There are not many farmland stocks available, and the purchase of farmland frequently calls for a sizable initial outlay of capital. However, more and more platforms are working on making farmland accessible to investors with smaller amounts of capital, even though this market is not yet fully developed. Number 6. Bonds. Bonds are another type of asset that can bring in money on its own. Bonds are debt instruments where the issuer agrees to pay interest payments, called coupons, regularly and pay back the face value of the bond, called the principal, at the end of its term. The term of most bonds is 10 years or less, but there are also bonds with terms of 20 years or more. Most bonds have fixed coupon payments, which means that the payments don't change over time. Number 5. Peer-to-peer lending. Peer-to-peer lending, also called P2P lending, is an alternative type of investment that is similar to investing in stocks. P2P lending platforms connect people who want to borrow money with people who want to give them money. The platforms act as a go-between for the loan and take a small cut of the interest payments as a fee. P2P lending is riskier than other fixed income investments like bonds, but it can offer higher returns. People or small businesses with less than perfect credit usually use P2P lending platforms to borrow money. This means there is a higher chance of the debt not being paid, which could cause investors to lose money. Most P2P lending platforms have a minimum investment amount and offer different ways to invest, such as auto-investing and investing manually. Number 4. Intellectual property. Intellectual property, IP, is another type of asset that doesn't get as much attention as it should. IP includes patents, trademarks, copyrights, and trade secrets, among other things. The owner of the IP is the only one who can use it, sell it, or permit other people to use it. This means they can make money from it even if they don't work on it. But creating and keeping IP can also cost a lot of money. So it's important to think about how much it will cost before putting money into it. Number 3. Royalty streams. A royalty stream is an agreement between two parties in which one agrees to pay the other a regular fee for using their intellectual property. Royalty streams can be made from patents, copyrights, and trademarks, among other things. In exchange for a royalty payment, the owner of the IP gives the user permission to use it. Usually, the payment is a share of the income or profit, but it can also be a fixed fee. Royalty streams can give the owner of the IP a steady stream of passive income. Number 2. Blogs and YouTube. There are many ways for blogs and YouTube to make money. Most of the time, they get money from ads, such as AdSense. They can also make money with affiliate marketing by promoting a product that is relevant to their audience and helps them. They could make or sell their own thing. Lastly, they could make money by getting sponsors. This is when a company pays them to say nice things about their product. Growing a blog or YouTube channel can take a while, but once they reach a certain point, they can start earning money without doing anything. The key is to give your audience content that is both useful and fun. If you can do that, you'll be on your way to making money from your YouTube channel or blog without doing much work. Number 1. Billboards. A billboard is another way to make money from an investment in real estate. When you're driving on the highway and see an ad on a billboard, it's just a way for the person who owns the land and billboard to make more money. Some real estate projects try to be creative by putting billboards in unusual places, like using the whole side of a building like Resorts World in Las Vegas. There are rules about billboards, like how many are allowed, etc., that you need to know before you get started. But if you own a piece of land that is easy to see and has a lot of traffic, it could be a great way to make money while you sleep. That was all for today. We hope you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.